Justice League. Hey, what's good? What time is it? Oh my. Oh my. Sorry I'm late. Let me get something fixed here. I'm having some technical difficulties. Just give me 2 ticks. I appreciate everyone being here, but I'm running a little bit. My system is messing up on me a little bit, but no excuses. We're here. What's good? How we feeling today? Short show today. I'm gonna say that. Whenever we running a little bit behind, Um, I just don't understand why my camera is messing up the way it is. It's so foggy on my end. I don't get it. I don't understand. Let me see if I can get this right. Bear with me 1 second, folks. I'm gonna do the best I can. Yeah, it's a little foggy. It's a little foggy on my side. What's good? AP, we don't need you coming back with that. We don't need you coming back on that one stuff. We missed you, brother, but don't come back with no drama. Going in on your boy. I'm the only one that was asking about you. Everybody else was like, who? A what? AP? What is that? Where is that at? I never heard of that before. I'm the only one had your back, AP. I was, hey man, reach out to him, man. Make sure he all right. We don't need to send no care packages or nothing. We don't. Are we gonna get a fundraiser up for Anthony Prosser? Do we need to send the box to a local? I mean, to a state penitentiary or something? What we got going on with AP? AP was my guy. You know what I mean? When we first started, and he took a while to get here, but shit, hey, me and AP was right here. Not on all issues, but that's the beauty of us, grown men who can have a disagreement and still come to grips that, hey man, life go on and you're a beautiful brother, and we just had those interactions. You can't say shit about guns. AP, don't play that gun shit. Like if you say something about a gun, I think he is definitely on his gun control. What's good? We all good, man. My energy is a little low right now. I'm about to tap up. I promise you I'm about to tap up. I just had a lot going on right before I hit the play button or the power button here. I'm trying to read comments. You guys don't understand how difficult it is to do this, say this, and try to read comments at the same time, and wipe my face, do it all. Put the next video clip up, all that stuff. So I want y'all to understand how difficult it is. So that's why you may see some flaws. Yesterday, I had to get up and go get my other child because this one was soaking wet because I spilled my drink. I just didn't say nothing to nobody. I spilled my drink. My daughter, I don't know if this shit gonna work out with my daughter being my assistant. You know what I mean? Since now that we got school dates and acceptance letters and shit, she don't need no assistant job anymore. So she calling off sick and sitting in the damn house. I'm like, you called off sick to work today, and you in your room watching Netflix and eating and shit. The fuck? You called off sick. We at work. I am sick, daddy. I am sick. I'm sick of your ass. That's what it is. How you gonna be my assistant? Who got that's just this age group. Think about that shit. Think about my reality. I got a kid that works for me that is bold enough to call off work sick, and we in the same house. The only thing I've ever heard dumber than that was one time I had a job. Carolyn said, leave her alone, Wyatt. Nah, I got to expose this dumb shit real fast. And then I'm going to thank everybody for being here because I owe Ron an apology. I owe Ron an apology. Please remind me to tell me what I owe Ron an apology for. Y'all know I'm getting older. I have a birthday coming up in December. December the 6th, just for y'all to know, okay? December the 6th. Now, JD, I'm serious. I'm serious as hell. I think I went wrong raising her. But listen, I have a birthday coming up December the 6th. Put it on your note screens. All right. And I'm finally gonna feel what this, I'm getting older, so I forget things. I'm finally going to feel. Sorry, I got my retainer in, guys. I'm finally going to feel what 40 feels like. Who said something? Yeah, I got a birthday coming up December the 6th. And I get to experience version of 40. Yeah, I finally get to see. Yeah, and I'm forgetting shit. So and here's the other telltale. I hope all my young folks aren't listening. Because now what'll happen? What up, Steph? What'll happen now is I'll be deemed some old ass dude because I'm gonna reveal a secret. And here's the thing: the secret ain't really no secret to a lot of people. All right, it's not really a secret because your ass going through this same thing. I know you are, and if you're not, you only one more birthday away. All right, check it. This is how you know you're getting old as a fella. I shouldn't say this. I really shouldn't say this. I need a sip for this. This is how you know you're getting old when you're a fella. I get up in the middle of the night to go take a pee. I ain't never done shit like that in my life. I use the bathroom before I go to bed. Is this too vulgar? I'm just being honest because I think some fellas they ain't gonna admit it. They're not gonna admit it, but they has probably been doing this. But I get up at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, you heard 40. You better not say no. That's how you get blocked when you challenge shit like that, Stephanie Covington. I'm finally about to experience 40. And how I know I'm getting older is because of this reason here. 2 o'clock and get up and go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. I only got 3 more hours to go. My body just can't make it 3 more freaking hours before I have to go to take a pee. I'm like, damn. This is what the old heads used to talk about when I was, when I would listen, be hanging around. Like, man, shit, I pee 3-4 times a night. I'd be like, these old motherfuckers. So I was like, in my own world, thinking to myself, well, why don't y'all stop drinking shit at night? You drink beer, you drink wine, you drink things that kind of make you, that rinse your system. Stop drinking water in bed. That's not what it is. It's an age thing. It's an age thing. And maybe everyone's not going through that, but the majority of the people that I know that are a certain age. Yeah. Is that a lady thing too? May I ask, is there any ladies willing to admit or willing to stamp that thing happens to you as well? I know ladies have their different situations at a certain age. You guys have these heat flashes and stuff. Guys, we go through other things. We want motorcycles and shit at 52, 53, 8 years old, finally going to get a Harley. Oh shit. I don't know. But I'm curious. Do you have that situation as well? As you get a little bit older, you tend to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like get up and walk and, you know what I'm saying? 2 o'clock in the morning, bumping into shit. Stephanie Covington said, nope, it's called aging in your 50s. Oh, so you ain't there yet, right, Steph? You're not there yet. When you get to your 50s, then you'll get up at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, and you'll go use the restroom as well. All right. So how's everybody doing, man? How was everybody's day, night? How's your day going right now? Are we good? Are we cool out here? Got a couple things I want to talk about. Not really talk about, I just want to bring to the table, and then I'll look at the comments, and then we'll go from there on the conversation. Because I first, let me just do this. Let me do this with Ron. I haven't seen Ron. Is Ron here yet, or is he ever coming back, or what? He might be a little messed up at me right now. Ron might be messed up at me because I'm gonna be honest with you. I like Ron. Ron supported the Wyatt Live show by watching. He damn near was an everyday listener. I probably didn't lost Ron because of how I did him yesterday. I sent him happy birthdays on his page. You know what I mean? With the, how they build your character and you got the little thing that you pump up and throw the graffiti out and say happy birthday. I sent him a special one. I didn't just go on his page and say happy birthday. I sent him one that had the balloons and the sparkles and shit that when he opened it up on his page, it did all that special stuff. But what I did is I think I did something a little disrespectful to Ron yesterday. I should wait till he gets here if he comes. But I'm gonna say it anyway, and if I see him check in, then I'll go back to it again. Okay, I owe Ron D an apology because I've said happy birthday to everybody that I knew it was their birthday. And you're in the Wyatt Live group. I've said happy birthday to everybody, and yesterday was Ron D's birthday. And I didn't go on the air. I didn't give him an acknowledgement of happy birthday on the air. I didn't play any birthday music for him. I just totally I just totally disregarded that it was his birthday. Now, here's the thing. In my defense, I didn't do it on purpose. I just forgot. I didn't write it down on my notes. I was focused on something else, quite honestly, that I lost I totally forgot. So I want to say to Ron, and I know he's probably not here yet, but I want to say happy birthday to him. I want to, and here's the thing. People were saying it in the notes. People were saying it in the chat yesterday, wishing him a happy birthday. Now, on a lighter note of that, I could put this on my mama, but I'm not. But didn't Ron just have a birthday like a month or two ago or some shit like that? Didn't Ron have a birthday a little while ago? Come on now. A year ain't went by that fast. Ron had a birthday some time ago, or maybe he was just talking about it months ago. But as we get older, we generally don't do what we used to do when we were younger. Shit, we don't say we 42 and a half. We don't say that shit anymore like we did when we were 12. I'm 12 and a half. I'll be 13 in 8 months. Well, you do know that's not really 12 and a half. But whatever I got to do to get to 13. He said, AP said, was it his birthday or his dog's? See, now you're adding some confusion to the game. It could have very well been his dog's, but no, I think it was his. Maybe it was his dog some time ago. Because he do love that. He do love them dogs. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a good point, AP. I don't know. But I mean, honestly, I could have sworn, and I know I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one because I seen some comments on the page like, damn, Ron, wasn't it your birthday a little while? Ron Dula, don't let me find out. He ain't here to defend himself, so I'm going to go a little harder on him now. I don't want Ron calling here because he'll be on the phone for 40 minutes, and we'll be trying to figure out half the shit he trying to cuss me out about. Oh, he just go off on the long end. But Ron better not let me find out that he one of them type of people that be getting them cash apps and shit on Facebook. He better not let me find out that he a happy birthday hustler. You know what I mean? Cash app me little brother something on. You know, the person that go through the club and want the dollar pent to their chest or some shit. They go in. That used to be a hustle for some people, whether y'all knew it or not. They would go in, say it was their birthday. People give them $5, $10 and staple it to them or whatever. Ron better not let me find out that's the shit he doing. Because Ron Dula, I promise you, I could have sworn you just had a birthday, bro, a few months ago. And I don't mean 11 months ago. I mean recently. It was summertime. I could be wrong. Happy birthday to Ron Dula, y'all. If it's his birthday, happy birthday. Happy belated birthday, Ron, if it's your birthday. That's why he ain't here yet. He probably here. He probably just standing in the back of the room letting this shit blow by because I probably caught him in something. Yeah, anybody send him something? Anybody send him some Cash App money or anything? I didn't. Maybe next time, Ron. But I don't know. Let's get to it, bro. Hey, listen. Remember yesterday we talked about a few things yesterday. And let me see if I had a picture here. Yesterday we were talking about music a little bit. I'm not going to talk about music, but something came up. And I don't want to say that this is real, but I think it is because I've seen several posts. People were trying to figure out the date of when Keith Sweat was coming and all of that. I've seen this post out today, and it looks like it came from Black Cincinnati programs or some concert, some promoter page. And it looks like the Keith Sweat, Tyrese concert that we were talking about yesterday that I couldn't get the dates for. Looks like it's been canceled. Here's the picture of what I seen. It's the Voice of Black Cincinnati Heritage Bank Arena page on Facebook, on their social media page. And it says the R&B Vibe tour featuring Keith Sweat and Tyrese scheduled for this Friday, October the 25th at the Heritage Bank Center in Cincinnati has been postponed to 2025. The promoters are working diligently with the tour to confirm a new date, which will be announced in the near future. Refunds will be available once the new date has been announced. Now, listen, I'm not confirming that this is real, but I'm bringing it up only because we just had this conversation yesterday. We were trying to see what the dates were. And yes, this is a date. Okay, this was the date. Somebody did say on this Friday this was going to happen. And so I don't know if this is real, but I'm just bringing it to your attention. This was going to be a good card. I don't know. Keith Sweat is not the best performer. I love his songs, but Keith drink a little too much for me to be going to pay some money for him when I can go to the Black Expo in Indianapolis and see his ass for free in the sun. You feel me? Like I could go see Keith Sweat every year at the Black Expo and listen to him whine and all that old shit. I could just go to the Black Expo in Indy. I ain't trying to mess up his money. Maybe you're going to see, some other act or something, but Keith, he's not really the headliner to me, but that's just me. And if Teddy Riley was on this, if he was on this, they definitely should have put him as the headliner. And that's kind of odd because you would normally put like Guy. You would put Guy as the headliner. But Teddy Riley's touring by himself. He's doing shows by himself, just like he was in Cincinnati at not the last jazz festival, but the year before, a couple years ago. I think it might have been right after COVID or right before COVID. Somebody help me with that. Teddy Riley was here at the jazz festival and tore it up. I still got the videos. I should show that. I should show the videos. My wife and I, we sat down so close to the stage. We were right there. The only person that was closer to the stage than us, and I'm going to give him some love because I think he's a hardworking guy, an older guy in the city of Cincinnati. I shouldn't have said that part, but he's a hardworking guy. I say older because he's been part of the jazz festival for a very long time. And that's the same person that bring buses in from Chicago, and that's Lim Jenkins. Lim Jenkins Promotions, bro. I don't know if I can get a better seat than dealing with Lim Jenkins. Lim Jenkins bring people in from Chicago, and they be sitting on the stage damn near. All those tables you see out in the front of the of the stage, and they're down low, right below the stage. I mean, sitting there. That's Lim Jenkins and them. He bring in buses from Chicago and Detroit. Lim, he a heavy hitter with them tickets. Now he'll take your ass up top. He will take you all the way up top. Those tickets are not cheap because those are out of town folks, and he put hotel packages together. But hey, he got the supreme of seats. I got to give him that. But anyway, I got my tickets from him. And I mean, he put my wife and I right. I mean, damn, we were right there. You know what I mean? And I was so close that damn it, I could hear Teddy hitting the keyboard. We were right there on the stage. Shout out to Lim Jenkins. You ever need some tickets, holla at Lim. Lim, listen, let me tell you this. I'm not just saying that because he supported me. He does do a good job. He'll deliver your tickets. He's a good guy, actually. But now let me say this to you. I am in the promotion business as well, as you all know. Some of you know. And Lim Jenkins has supported damn near everything I've ever done in the boxing world, because him and his wife and his family love boxing. And he generally will get 3 or 4 tables, VIP tables. He roll like that. You understand? And he will fill them up. Each table sits 8 people. He'll get 3 or 4 tables, and they're not real cheap. And he won't even question the price. This is how we need to be connecting as a people. He don't want to negotiate. He asks you, what's your price? How much are they? Okay. Give me 3. And then maybe like the week of, he'll say, look, man, I got some extra people coming in from Chicago or Detroit or wherever, or whatever, Indianapolis. And he'll say, hey, can you get me another table? And with no questions asked, he paid the money. And he puts his clients at the table. He brings his family in there. I mean, I've never seen a dude I know why he does that. He does it because he understands what we go through as promoters to put on these events. The funniest thing in the world I think I've ever gone through is putting on an event, spending thousands and thousands on top of thousands of dollars, like all promoters do. And you get people that call you and say, hey, Wyatt, me and my wife want to come out and support you, man. Send me 2 tickets. Well, how are you supporting me? Y'all know we didn't have this conversation before. How are you supporting me as a businessman? And you want me to give you 2 tickets. If you want to support me, buy the most expensive ticket, 2 of them. Bring some people with you. Buy a table. But don't, I mean, and I'm not suggesting that, I'm going to argue with people because they don't support you. But just the opposite of support is what you just asked me to do for you. And that is, well, me and my wife going to come and we going to support you. Send me 2 tickets. And then when you say something like, well, what price range you want? As far back as we go? You mean like whenever you're doing something, I always ask, what's the best seat in the house? How many tickets? I mean, how many people sit at your tables? What's your, and I'm not even a VIP type of dude. I'm a regular. I don't have to floss at these places. I don't need the front row seat. I don't need it. I don't need that. However, I'll support you by paying your price. Well, man, you know what? Me and my wife coming, man. If I buy 1 ticket, can you throw hers in? I ain't on that. I ain't never asked nobody who's putting their own money up to do something like that for me. And in most cases, I could be wrong, but in most cases, you'll never get that energy from somebody that's actually out here doing something like that, like, involved in putting on shows and stuff. You know what I mean? You don't get that type of energy with people that put their own money up and trying to do something and they promoting something. Most people that want something for free ain't buying, they ain't doing that. They want some free shit because they ain't out here putting their money up for nothing. They don't have the concept of it take every dime to do what you do. I had to put a post out one time. I just seen Lando's how was the black party? It looked like it was dope. And I've been rooting and cheering for Lando since we was at Withrow High School. Because that dude would throw a concert it wasn't old school, but he'd throw a damn show in the Withrow in the cafeteria. He was that type of dude. At lunchtime, everybody back there, the bad dudes battling and rapping, and Lando organizing. We gonna put him up against him. He's been an organizer of entertainment since he was a kid, I guess, since we were young dudes. I just don't understand it. I get it. And he's been blessed. But I seen him go on the post or go on live and he said, look, man, I don't have any free tickets. Don't ask me. And he been doing this stuff for how long now? 35 years, and he's still in 2024 got to tell people I don't have free tickets. And here's the thing. I had to put a post out. Remember, I was throwing fights in the city of Cincinnati, putting up tons of money. People that know it, know it. And here's the thing. I had to put a post out one time because I was getting so many phone calls. And I had to put the post out. Who remember this one? Who remember this? I had to put a post out that said, I'm all sold out of free tickets. Please stop calling about free tickets. I'm sold out. It's a shame we got to do that. It's a shame we got to do that. Now, I'm going to play the other end of this argument, if you don't mind. I'm going to take this argument to this right here, the canceled show. Okay? I'm going to take this canceled show. I want to show it to you again because I want y'all to know. I don't know if this is real, but it did come from the Voice of Black Cincinnati, the Heritage Bank Center, which I believe they're the promoters of this concert. They're saying that it's canceled this Friday, but I am not I don't know if this is real. If you guys know of any other information to this, let me know. I've seen other people post it, but they didn't post this one. And then I'm watching the comments under the post on this one, on this page, on Facebook. And the post that some of the comments that I'm reading are things like only in Cincinnati. That's how they do. They schedule stuff and they always canceling it. And I'm like, that ain't Cincinnati. That's not only in Cincinnati. Have you ever lived anywhere else in your life? Have you ever spent maybe a month in one location? You don't have to live there, but have you ever breathed the air of another city for a month or two, maybe on vacation? Have you ever stayed in North Carolina for summertime or been somewhere else and engaged in their city life? You ever been to Charlotte for a month? anywhere in Florida and you stay for a month and you see how things move, not in the vacation area, but in the normal residential areas of the city life. It's not only Cincinnati that canceled concerts. Y'all so hard on my city, man. Stop it. Anything could have happened. Keith Sweat could be sick. Tyrese could be sick. Maybe they didn't sell enough tickets. That's what everybody say. But let me tell you what happens with that. Coming from experience. And if you need my receipts, just look it up on BoxRec. All you got to do is look it up on BoxRec. It'll show you 15 shows in the city of Cincinnati. I got a little bit of experience at this. One of the reasons why these shows get canceled for ticket sales is because people don't pre-purchase their tickets. It's a catch-22. Promoters want tickets to be sold in advance so they'll know what they're doing, right? We'll know where we stand financially. You want as much money in advance so you can start paying off the artists. That's how things work. What happens is if they don't sell so many tickets by a certain date, they can reschedule, rain check with the facility. And I'm not sure it all depends on what facility you're in. They give you a grace period. Sometimes it's within 6 months. They'll hold your deposit and the whole nine, and so you can reschedule within 6 months. Some don't play. You pay the deposit, you lose the deposit if you cancel. Most reputable places, I would say that the Heritage Center is one of them. They'll allow you to, they might even allow you to go up to a whole year. I don't know. It all depends on the venue. That being said, if you don't sell as a promoter, as a concert promoter, if you don't sell so many tickets within a time frame, the week of, you can cancel, reschedule. Now, that's when you start hearing people say things like, only in Cincinnati, we can't get shit. We can't do nothing. Well, it's because we don't sell tickets, pre-sold tickets. We don't sell a lot of advanced tickets. Everybody, now correct me if I'm wrong, not some of you people here who want to, y'all like my wife, y'all get shit 6-7 months in advance. As soon as they put the first ad out, y'all do, we might lose a ticket. Them tickets the front row ain't going nowhere. Okay. But that being said, if they don't sell enough tickets within the time frame, they'll cancel. And then you got people complaining that the show got canceled. The people that's complaining about the show getting canceled are usually the people that was going to pay at the door. You don't hear anybody that's buying tickets in advance bitching and complaining about concerts getting canceled. And then what happens is those that do buy tickets in advance, when they buy those tickets and the show get canceled, they hear the other people bitching and complaining, the ones that were not being proactive in getting their tickets in advance. They have to listen to them talk about how everything always don't work out in Cincinnati, blah, 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 blah. And if they would have bought tickets in advance, we would have had a sold out house, or we would have known where we were. The tickets the show would have probably went on. And now you got the people who buying the tickets in advance, now not buying tickets in advance because they don't want to go through the hassle of going through well, do you want us to keep your money and then we'll get you a new ticket for the next date, or do you want your money back? They don't want to go through that. It's a hassle. It really is a hassle. And I've gone through Ticketmaster for my shows. I've gone through CincinnatiTicket.com for my shows. And it's an inconvenience thing. I've only canceled in 10 years. I've only canceled one show. And it was totally different than concerts. But I've only canceled one show and I moved it back a whole week. Damn. That's pretty strong if you know what we go through to put on these shows. And what happens is now nobody wants to buy tickets in advance because shows are being canceled the week of. You then went and bought you a new outfit. You then went and did this. You then went and done that. Blah, 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 blah. But we can't get our shit together. And nobody in the world out here that's spending their money feel like they're responsible or they have anything to do with the show not going on. It's just the promoter fault. It's the people over there that's getting the money. It's all their fault. I think if I can pass on a little bit of information, a little suggestion. It's hard suggestion, but it's the truth. I'm not trying to blow big. I'm just telling y'all the truth. Anybody that worked for me or worked with me or, I never left an open invoice. No one in the city. Oh, wait, what do you say, Steph? Now, Steph in them circles, so I'm gonna believe what she's saying. She did say she confirmed. She did confirm that it was Cancel. So she said, they said the people can't get a refund until they have a rescheduled date. I think they're upset because they have to wait for their refund. See, an inconvenience. It's an inconvenience. That's an inconvenience. That's an inconvenience. And what's going to happen next time, Steph? You're not going to buy an advance ticket, are you? It's a domino effect. It's a domino effect. This is what happens. Now people. Now next time, the door tickets, people coming to the door, is only going to get longer, and that makes it a little bit harder to make a show happen, because now you got all these pre-sold. Normal people that buy pre-sold tickets, they're not buying pre-sold tickets. They're not buying pre-sold. They're not going to buy pre-sold tickets. They're not going to do it. Jerica said, "I'll be back when y'all Black Cincinnati are done being schooled." Scold. I tell you, bro. I tell you. I wonder if you come here, Jerica, just to be like that, or if you really take heed in what we talking about, or do you? Because I know some people keep my name in their mouth all over the different places. I don't get it. And then you turn information into scoldings. You turn real information when this is what's wrong. Y'all do know that. Somebody would add, that same type of person would ask, well, how do we fix a problem? And then when you tell them how to fix a problem, oh, you just preaching to them. You just talking bad to Black Cincinnati. I'm about to keep on going, so you might as well just stay gone, because the next subject gonna be the same thing. So it's cool. Here's the thing. It's gonna be about the Pee Wee football thing. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Jerica lives in Dayton. And think about this, Jerica. Our city kids who can't even play football on their own fields are talking about moving up to Dayton to put the football games on for the Super Bowl. Now, how ridiculous is that? Now, here's what I tell you they're not going to do. I guarantee you they won't take them same football games from Little League football up to Dayton and take them to y'all hood. They won't. They're going to try to get the nice groomed fields up there and not be around their own people. Because you don't have to go all the way to Dayton to get nice fields, and you don't have to do that. So it's funny how when you have solutions and you want to talk about the real issues and you don't want to just pander to the bullshit. When you start talking about real issues, then people take your words to other platforms and they tell you that you down on your own people. Well, it ain't white boys down there shooting up where I grew up. Did you grow up there? It ain't white boys down there. It ain't Jewish boys down there shooting it in the football games. So, yeah, I feel like we need to have a conversation about it. What we going to do? Cover it up, act like it ain't happening? Who we going to talk? We going to blame the police? Who we going to blame on this one? So, yeah, I got something to say about it. You're damn right. And if that means the real information need to be talked about, let me ask y'all something. What happened? Wait a minute. Where did I get tagged? It was something. They tagged me in the conversation. They said that the leadership was in the radio. They said the leadership today was at the radio station, and they had the guy on from the Pee Wee football organization, who's probably a great guy. Okay, the president or something like that. Well, when you had the leader, when you had your vice mayor in there, wasn't a question asked? Wasn't there a question asked to the vice mayor? What was the question that was asked to the vice mayor? Can somebody answer that? And that was, what's going on with all these shootings that's going on at the football games? And did y'all get an answer to that? I'm just curious, because that's the same answer I heard a couple years ago. All these programs. Oh, we got these programs. We're going to go out here to California. We're going to do all this. We got all these programs. But none of these programs consist of parents. We need to mentor these kids. We got to put these kids in better hands and blah, 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 blah. Where are the programs for the people, for the parents? Where are they? And then I stuck around long enough to answer this. To hear this non-answer as well. Oh, Linda Matthews, those programs are nonprofit organization programs. That's where all the funneled money go to pretend that they making, what I'm saying. Y'all know what it is. So now here's the other question for you. And y'all do know what they say when I talk that real shit, when I talk about these issues. They say I'm over here being a Republican. These are Republican talking points. Our reality of what we got going on. This is the deflection. They don't want to have no real conversations of how we fix shit. They want you to think I'm the devil. Talking about I guarantee you, I've been in the fire of this on the other side, not in the marching in the streets. I've been with the children. I've been out there with them kids that's going through the dysfunction of their elders. Challenge that. Go ask about it. So now let me ask you this. What answer did you get? Tragically, how old was the little young man in West End that got shot a year ago and his parents is on the radio today? How old was that kid? 11 years old, not a gangbanger, not a little street dude. He wasn't out there doing that. Did he not lose his life over some bullshit? Did he not? So now let me ask you something. His parents was on the radio. God bless his parents. Parents on the radio today. Now they're getting involved with some things of some programs out in California, from my understanding, and they're understanding this. Let's talk about gun violence and all that. Okay, I get it. Them programs been existing. So now the parents are in a position where, excuse me, that's my phone. The parents are going through some things where we want real answers. Did y'all not hear the muzzle that was put on the mother? Did y'all not hear that when she said, "Oh, I can tell you who don't want this program to happen. I can tell you who don't want it to happen." And what did the co-mayor say? What did the vice mayor say? Oh, no. We don't want to have them. We don't want to talk about that. Am I the only one? Am I the only one that's seen that? We ain't gonna call no names. We ain't gonna call no names. Why not? Why not? I guess I'm the only one. I guess I'm the only one that caught that. Go back and watch it. Oh, no. We ain't gonna say no names. We don't want to say no names. Now we ain't gonna go there. We ain't gonna go there with it. I heard it. And the only reason why you would have that approach is because it's somebody that y'all probably know. And she don't want to air them out. They asked, Mr. Ware asked the question. Well, who is it? I want to know. Who is it that's stopping this? Commercial break. Came back, different energy. Talk about same thing they were talking about, but they changed the focus of the conversation. And part of it was this. We need people that these kids can relate to. First person came to my mind was Twin, the same person that they laugh at, and who I've told y'all, I tell you, bro, Twin speak a different language. He speak a language that these kids probably understand because he's a former gangbanger and he understand this. They'll be more acceptive to who he is and what he been through than a bumpy at the bank, than a dude that's out here getting real legitimate money. Oh, okay. My apologies. That wasn't the mother. That was the father. He's a barber. His father was there, the 11-year-old. I said mother and father because she was talking like a mother. Okay, so that was Tierra Powell. My apologies. But she is the one who said there's people that don't want this program to happen. Who gave me that information? Let me see who it was. Andrea. She said that wasn't the mother, that was Tierra Powell. So who do you think, Andrea, Tierra Powell was referring to when she said they don't want this program to happen? Who was she referring to? I'm just curious. Because I don't know. And did they describe Twin? Maybe not Twins. Okay, Andrea Powell says city leaders. Sound familiar? Sound familiar? Oh, Carolyn Smith, I guess you caught it too. I guess you caught it too. Okay. Okay. I get it. I mean, I understand. And the reason why you don't want people name or specific people called out is because you'd have to hold them accountable. And you would have to ask them, simply ask them, well, why wouldn't you want something like that? What did she say? We got all these speed bumps. We concentrating on speed bumps in the street. We concentrating this. And I think her energy was matching the same thing that I say here. Let's put the children first. I know they need speed bumps for Reading Road because people blazing down the street. Down in Avondale, yeah, and you don't want kids to get hit. I understand that, but I understood what she was saying. Let's put some of that money, towards these children. Let's put some of this money towards the children. And I understood clearly where that conversation was, and I understood clearly what they were avoiding. And not one time, the only time I heard parent was the man, the parent, the father who lost his child who was sitting there. That's the only parent I ever heard come up. We working on getting these programs. They've been putting programs like these together for 30, 35 years. When are we going to get parenting programs? When are we going to get programs that's going to put parents in a position where they have to keep up with their children? Anybody disagree with that? Well, let me show you something, if I may. This was just yesterday, and I just mentioned Dater. I got to chill out. I have to chill out on some of the things that I talk about because I think that I talk up problems sometimes. I just got to be honest. Didn't I just talk about Dater and Gamble yesterday on the West Side? Anybody see the video? Anyone see the video from Dater yesterday? Help me. Anyone see the video from the school kids yesterday at the bus stop at Dater? Let me see if I have it. 1 second. This was yesterday. Here it is right here. Hold on. This was yesterday. Dater up in Western Hills, excuse me.
Oh my goodness. The little one? Oh, not in the middle of the street. Oh.
Oh my God.
That's circulating on social media. That's circulating on social media. And when you hear people talking about, yeah, these are the programs, but they don't really want certain programs to happen, you have to ask yourself, who are the people that don't want the programs to really happen? Why don't we get more programs in place for parents to be more accountable for the things that their children doing out here? We got all these programs. We spend a lot of money, nonprofit organization dollars. We spend a lot of money on studies. That's the first step. That shows interest. So now we got all these nonprofit organizations that got these studies put in place. And then something else happens, and then we go back to this is the programs we have, and then we have these programs, and then we have these programs. But where are the programs for the parents? Where is the what is that? What is it? Come on, help me out, Wyatt. I'm getting lost. Where's the curfew? Why didn't that question, hold on, who answered that question when they asked that question? When that question was asked, who answered it? Let me go to the phone lines. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with? Hey, what's up, twin? What's going on, brother? Sorry, let me cut you up. My apologies, bro. Yes, you there?
Yeah, I'm here, man. Yeah, I asked him and stuff about the curfew and everything. He really couldn't say nothing about it. Why'd I be everywhere, man? From the west side, east side, south side, whatever side in Cincinnati they call. I be everywhere, man. And so my thing is this: I engage with a lot of shorties out here, man. They're like, Twin, what's up, Mr. Twin? What's up? What up, man? What up? And everything. And why I talk to these shorties out here, man. And I tell them, man, I've been there, and I did this and all that, man. That ain't the right way. Do it like this, man. You can do this and do that, but man, just do it in a positive way. I don't think tell them go out there and sell drugs or shoot a nigga or something like that. I keep it 100 with it, and I talk their language, why? Because sometimes these kids, oh, nigga, you don't know what you talking about, F you, and all that. How you gonna tell me something, OG? But I stay on their page. I don't get out my body, my character and everything. Like, nigga, you a goofy ass young dumb nigga. You just stupid, huh? I don't never say that to them shorty. I'll be on their level, man. Because, them shorty, hey, you can't talk to them shorties today like that. They're up on you and everything. So, I keep it, couple stay whatever, at a low value and everything. But I try to, some of these kids lost. And one thing about it, why they ain't got no structure and they ain't got no damn guide. They need straight love, and the only thing they care about is smoking weed and doing other things. But if you just sit down, which is a lot of them I talk to down here, why? If you just sit down here and listen to their story, it's like bring tears to your eyes. You like, damn, for real? They lost, Wyatt. They lost. I was like, man, why you do that?
But now, let me just ask you this question. Don't you think that services would be well used if you could get to the parents and get to the house and see what these parents might be needing for these kids?
Yeah, exactly. Right. But every year, especially around election and everything, they come up with, we got this program. Just like you said, what program? Nonprofit program for what? Y'all keep saying program every time. What the fuck program you got?
Well,
y'all holler that every time. But what if y'all talking about these curfew and all that, what you indicated yesterday, but y'all not pushing the issue. If my kid's so bad, he doing all this, why your ass didn't lock him up then? 2:30 in the morning, he out there shoot him up, bang, bang. Come on now with that goof ass conflict. Y'all come up with all these lies, these kids doing this, and not, but y'all ass was on, y'all ass the other day when Blink came, we was on ass, huh? Y'all make sure them niggas don't act a donkey. But why y'all can't do it every day, though?
But hold on. I think programs could be good. I just think you need to focus the programs in the right
area. You got
to
push the issues on the program, man. Well, you really got to engage with their family. Because some of these, you got some hard-headed mothers out here now. All they want to do be best friends with their kid. You got to really sit down and talk to them. What's that one lady from Oprah, whatever, Ayanna Fix My Life? You got to engage with somebody like that. Some strong lady, male or female, right? And really sit down and like, hey, I've been through the stuff. If I had time, I would do it.
Wait a minute. I believe that Miss Tierra Powell entered the chat, so she must be available. She's welcome. You're willing.
She one of them.
She one of them. What?
I mean, she's a strong woman that talk to the kids.
Yeah, exactly. That's the one that was talking about the programs. I misinterpreted her as being the mother of the young man.
I want to get down there, Wyatt, to talk to them little kids on the square, but the devil interfered that day. It was raining hard. I even took off work, Wyatt, fake like I was sick and that thing. I wanted to go so bad to meet Miss Iris Rose with them kids. I was like, I got a message for they ass. I'm going to tell them I'm going to be real twin and stuff, and I ain't go, coming them shorties, oh, you need to do this type. No, I'm going to sit down and talk to them. Man, because I know the struggle, man. I know what these kids go through, but we want to look over them and everything. No, there's a second chance at life, man. Look up, don't get out. Think, Bob, don't say you can't. There ain't no such thing as word you can't. Just at least I know you tried to do it. At least I know you tried. Ain't no damn word. My daddy damn near punched me when I said I can't do it. when he showed me at the age of 12 to tow a car. I said, I can't do that. Fuck. Two peek my ass on the forehead and everything. Hey, why'd I put that motherfucking two of them damn switches? Raise that damn motherfucking car like I was about to fly up out of here. But yeah, why? I don't believe in case. At least I know you trying, man. At least I know you're trying.
All I'm saying
That's
to you
tough.
is this, twin. I don't have a problem with programs. But when
I don't.
are we going to put programs that are really effective in place? I mean, it's
Yeah.
only so many nonprofit organizations that's going to handle these programs. I mean, I get it. We grew up on programs. We had a Big Brother program. We had a whole bunch of other stuff. But you have to look at your leadership to determine. Look, I don't care who owns city council. I don't care about none of that. I just need to. You could tell how they really care about how they move. When certain questions are asked,
she ducked a lot of questions.
well, wait a minute. I don't know if she ducked or she got interrupted. I'm gonna be
Tierra
honest.
had to vouch for it, man.
Say what?
She ducked some. Tierra vouched for it. For some of them questions she missed out. She know what the question was coming, man. People was asking whatever. But Tierra vouched for it. I seen it and everything. You can see the expression on her face. Quit turning left and right, lady, and look forward and answer the question.
I don't know if
Why
she
T got a co-sign
hold
for
on. I don't think that I don't think Miss Powell, I don't think she ducked for or covered for. I think what was said was, look, that's not really, we don't want to say no names, and that probably wasn't her place to do that. You know, she got to work, she has to work in concert with these folks in order to get done what she's trying to get done. You can't just go on
it shouldn't
there.
be like that, man. It shouldn't be.
But that's how
that's
it
why
is.
the hell we lost, man. That's why we fucking end up at this shit. Damn, we can't never get ahead. We got to come up with every damn excuses and shit like you come on at 1:30. You did?
Okay.
Come on, Joe. Okay. Now I have to throw that in. Why? But real talk, okay. Man. It shouldn't be like that, man.
Well,
it shouldn't be like
what
that.
You have to understand.
I mean, when we go get ahead, quit doing that, man. It's crazy. Why? I don't understand, man. I guess Twin got to just come out of retirement, man. Just fuck it. Quit talking. Just be about it, man.
But we've been
I got to do something. Why? I got to do something, man.
I think we said that a couple weeks ago, Twin. When you said something, I said, well, what are you doing? I mean, step up and say something to the kids. Do something. But all I'm going to say to you is.
Pray about, forgive me, Lord, but it just like, man, I don't know. I tried to, just like my people, man. Being hard-headed for so long, being disrespectful to your mom and everything, extra stuff. And look what happened. You facing murder, man. You face a murder, man, on some goofy shit. But I told you, hey, you keep being disrespectful, you gonna see what the fuck you feel like. And you just got out too. You fresh out the joint, little dude. You ain't even 21 yet. But that disrespectful and that little mouth you got, and you ain't this, F you and beat it. No, this is what you go deserve. God go sit your little hot box ass down. Man, that's what you get for being disrespectful, man. But they don't listen, man. But if we got somebody that's strong, why? That stand for these kids, show them some love like they're your own and everything. We can go from there, man. Man, I don't know why. Just don't know, man. It's got to come to an end. Why? It's got to, man.
Well, all I know is these kids need a dose of reality, brother. And unfortunately, we got some really good parents that are doing the best they can, and they're losing their kids to the streets. And it's sad because I know some parents that are on here right now that are losing their kids to the streets. They're at a critical age in their life right now, and they're being influenced by these kids that got bad households. And unfortunately, it's hard for a mother to be able to do it on her own because a mother can only work so much. She can't put Jordans on the kids' feet. She can't do all these expensive things, keep that kid intact. Discipline only goes so far when the kid get a hold of some money and want to be out here flexing with his friends. You know that street life. You know how that is.
Hey, why do they, when they had that, I got to ask Chief, probably. When they had them little, like when the Chief and all them being in Irish Rolly, do that be on the weekend too? You know?
I don't know. No, you talking about when they go down to the bus?
Whatever they be.
You talking about when they go down to the bus stops and stuff?
No. They be in a little circle. Like I think it'd be like a couple of parents. I see the Chief on there, then Irish Rolly, and think Scotty Johnson.
I don't know.
what
I
they
don't know
did.
what that is. That's a circle that's normally that sounds like a regular thing to me. That's look, Iris Rowley do good work. All right. I ain't got no problems with her and what she does. Now, did I agree with going downtown and doing the bus thing? Look, she know how I feel about that. I've never said anything that was like nasty. I just didn't agree with it because of I thought that it was a liability. I quite honestly thought that somebody was going to get hurt doing that. And I mean that from a good gesture, because you got good brothers that really wanted to go down there and help. But you got some of these kids that are off the hook that will put hands on somebody when you try to tell them something, and it can escalate. And if you don't get the right kind of people to be able to go down there and talk to people, it can go wrong.
You talking about the stuff she have on Fountain Square?
Well, I'm talking. Yeah, I guess you could say that. I just think that sometimes you have to be careful how you do things with some out of control kids or out of control people. It can go bad real easy. And I really was scared for the situation, more so than not agreeing with it. Here's the thing. I've done it before. You see what I'm saying? I've invested in the community before and opened up doors and things. And some of them kids that I really fell in love with, you understand, got love for. Some of y'all know who they are. They're in penitentiary right now. You understand?
Wow.
If I can't put those kids in full time with me, they can get lost. And a couple of them are in jail for murder right now. And they Mr. Wyatt me to death and was good kids, the whole nine. But once they away from me and they back in their environment, they become that environment. And I'm scared of people who don't know really how to deal with that type of stuff. And some people in this chat right now know what I'm talking about. It's a real thing. And unfortunately, that's what I was scared of. And then some of the names and some of the people that were associated with that, I knew what they were there for. And it wasn't necessarily for what the purpose was. That's just my opinion because I know those folks.
Right.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So I have my own personal reasons, but you never heard me come on the air and dog it. I might have showed a little bit of discomfort with the situation, but you ain't never heard me dog it. Now I said some things about, well, some people chasing money, and that was in reference to the people that I know who don't have anything. They've been using kids in these situations ever since I've known them. I was referring those comments to them. That ain't had nothing to do with Iris Rowley. And I made that clear.
Oh, okay. Hey, what else new on the show, man?
New on the show?
Yeah.
Well,
I want to go back, reflect on what Unc said earlier, Lincoln Ware. He said, what'd he say? He said, how I want to put this, if I'm saying it correct. He said for the last 19 years, whoever is in office, everything.
Wait, let me say something real fast, because I think it was Jerica. She said something that was real. She said something about, let me find it. She said, take the focus off the children. Parents are being held accountable by the village. I agree with that. And that wasn't the comment that I really wanted to talk about. She said something to the nature of, I can't find it. I'll get to it. Y'all got to understand the screen moves real fast. I'm a one-man operation. Here it is. She said, where are the fathers? Men stop creating single-parent homes. Now, I agree with that.
Most of the fathers in jail are dead. There's a lot of stepdaddies out here. What is she talking about?
Well,
she better get with the new.
Well, we just gonna have to have a disagreement on that, brother, because I agree with that comment, and it's something that I've been saying, we've been saying, some of us been saying, and some been disagreeing. But I agree. Look, we got this. Remember when I was talking about the bus stop thing down there, and I said what's crazy to me is you got some people that want to act like they trying to take care of somebody else's kids down there, and they don't even take care of their own kids. Do you understand? Some people know what I'm talking about on here because they know exactly who and what I'm talking about. You want to act all cool in the cameras and get out there and talk and floss and all that old shit, but you don't even take care of your kids. How the fuck you gonna go down there and be take care of somebody else? You don't talk to your own son, your own daughter. You don't do that for your own children. Now, how you gonna be down there flexing in the cameras and all that old shit? That's what was pissing me off. It had nothing to do with Iris Rowley. I was scared for Iris Rowley because she's not. Did you hear me tell her? Look, I know how you are. I watch you. I've been out here. You know, me and her didn't have closed door conversations. She don't hold back. She ain't scared of the children. But what she don't understand is some of these kids see that kindness for weakness.
Hey, why? I'm gonna keep listening. I gotta go.
Okay, bro. Sound like the boss just walked in. Let me get to the phone lines real fast. All right, bro. Let me just say this to you guys. If you're trying to call in, I only have one phone line. Okay, I have one phone line. And I can't take the other phone call while someone's on the air. So if you're trying to call in, feel free to call in now. Because I missed a couple calls. Here we are. Let's go to the phone lines. We ain't gonna waste no time because I got to get out of here right at 3 o'clock. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
This is me, Wyatt LaDonna.
LaDonna?
Yes.
You mean
Tia
Donna?
was trying to call in.
Okay. Is this
and
Donna?
You on the phone every day with this nonsense, and you missed out on a big phone call.
Oh, is this Donna?
Yes, it's me, Donna.
Oh, okay. Well, look, I don't know LaDonna. I know Donna. Cut your phone down. Cut the thing down in the back. Okay, it's a little better.
Okay, yeah, I just turned it off.
Okay. So what's going on, Donna? What's going on? What's going on?
Yeah, because somebody had tagged her, and she left out the council meeting, and she was like, I'm trying to call.
Okay. I missed that call. I missed a couple calls.
I've been putting it all in the chat. I don't know how to holler and scream in the chat.
No, I that's my apologies. Like I said, I got one phone line. It was like 3 calls coming in at one time, and yours happened to be one of them. And I guess I missed a couple others, and maybe she was one of them. But I would love to talk to her because I think Twin was off base what he said. Because to be honest with you, I seen Miss Powell. I think her name. She was showing more concern. That's why I thought initially that was the mother of the little boy. See what I'm saying? Because she was saying some things that I could hear the care. But it makes sense now that I've been corrected that she's not the mother. However, I think she could have said some things. And I thought she was being held back.
Right.
You don't think so?
I mean, I don't know, but I don't know. That's a question that you need to ask her. That's why she was trying to call so we can get understanding. She wanted to talk to you, but she was in a hurry. She had some things to do.
Well, maybe
we could try to get her to call tomorrow. Or something.
Maybe we can get her on tomorrow. Maybe why don't you have her reach out to me and we'll have a conversation and maybe bring her on as a guest? Because people say that I should get council people on and all that. I mean, I don't have a problem getting council people on. I just don't do that. Few years ago. I mean, it's not something that I do like seek out to do, but I'm not afraid to have the conversation because number one, I don't have any accountability of anything. The city don't look for me for leadership. That's not my role. So any questions that's posed to somebody here, that's for them to answer, not me. You see what I'm saying? So what do I have to hide? I mean, what do I have to be afraid of what they could say? So it doesn't make any sense to not have them. But what I don't do is this. I don't want to get too comfortable with certain people because a few years ago, people were reaching out to the show and wanted to come on just to filibuster. They just wanted to talk about themselves so they can get help on council, get votes and stuff like that. And a couple people reached out and asked if I did ads, if they could run an ad or do something on the platform. And I said no, because I don't want, it's not a month. This is not what I use the platform for.
Right.
I didn't say no. I just let them know that's not what I do. It's not the platform. That's not what I use it for.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll try to reach out to her because she usually be on Mr. Ware's show, and I spit a bug in her ear.
Okay. Is that a friend of yours, Donna?
No, not really. But we be talking in the chat. I don't make no enemies.
Don't make any enemies?
Yeah, no.
What you mean by
Everybody is my friend. Huh?
You say you don't make enemies. Yeah, I ain't never known you to be the type that make no enemies. Why would you say that?
I always been silly, goofy, and friendly.
Like your nephew.
Right. But I reached out to her, but I was trying. I'm like, why? But I couldn't. I know you couldn't hear me.
No, I couldn't hear you, babe. I couldn't hear you. All right. You good?
Okay. All right. Bye.
Talk to you, Donna. All right. So now let me ask you something. How is what Miss Powell was I don't know. Maybe it was twin. Maybe I'm missing what they're saying in the comments. Did I say something that was offensive to I thought that was the little boy's mother. I definitely wasn't trying to be disrespectful. Did I say something that led someone to believe that I didn't think that she was on point at what she was saying? Only thing that I heard was she was told, "Nah, don't go there. Don't say no names. You don't have to say no names." And I felt like she probably could have said something. She could have said a name, but she didn't do it because she was holding that off by being respectful. And I think the name that think about it. What name could she say, or what could she have said that would have been all it would have led to is accountability to somebody else. Somebody would have been accountable for what she would have said. And I just thought that they stopped her. Somebody stopped her from answering that question. That was it. Now, I believe the other question Twin asked, and that was what's going on with the curfew. Did the city council member answer the question? Somebody put it in the screen. I don't know. Did they answer the question? I know the question got answered, but did the person who should have answered it answer it? Somebody put that in the screen. Y'all listen. Y'all hear me? Try to twist these words I'm saying now around. I'm just going by what I heard. That's right. Make Wyatt the bad guy. He just got so much. They want to see me in smoke so bad when all I'm doing is talking about facts. I'm just talking about the things we actually heard. Let's talk about the bus stop situation. Let's talk about the shooting and why the shootings are happening at our Little League football games. Let's just talk about that. I don't have to. What? No, I think the question was posed to the panel. Jerica said he didn't ask them that. He asked Lincoln. He asked LW. No, I think he asked. It was an open air question. He just asked what's going on with the curfew. And what happens is, yeah, you're right, Sid. He said they want to see any and everybody in smoke, messiness. Exactly. Which makes no sense. It don't have to be conflict. It's kind of hard to get a solution and making a whole bunch of conflict. It don't have to be that way. Let me go to the phone lines real fast. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
Hey, Wyatt. This is Jerica. How are you?
Hey, Jerica. How you doing?
Good. I was tired of texting and typing, so I felt it was best that I just call in. So, not saying that you're not speaking facts, because you absolutely are in some areas. The thing is, when Twin brings you information from the Lincoln Ware show, sometimes it's not accurate. So what you're doing is providing information based on or giving your opinion or perspective based on information that's not true. So today on the show, he did ask about the curfew during his call, but it was before the panel got there. He posed that question to Lincoln. And I don't even remember what was said because I often don't pay attention to what he says, but yeah, so it wasn't to the panel. He didn't get to call in when the panel was there. There were only 2 callers.
Okay.
Yeah.
You broke up on me a little bit. I'm sorry.
That.
You said there was only 2 callers?
Mm-hmm. There were only 2 callers when the council people were there.
Okay, I think
Twin wasn't one of them.
Oh, well. So the question of the curfew was not when the council people was there?
No, the question of the curfew that came from Twin, because remember he said that he was going to ask yesterday during your show. He posed that to Lincoln himself during his call. Okay. It wasn't to the council people.
I stand corrected. When I had that conversation with Twin, I was under the impression that it was posed at that time.
Right, yeah, no.
You see what I'm saying?
No.
So now, Jerica,
yeah, I know, I get it.
You said something in the chat that was kind of powerful. And it wasn't kind of, it was. And that is these men leaving these children for single mothers. And and that is, to me, the biggest nucleus of our problem, and it might not be the number one thing, but it's a huge part of the problem we have right now. And
yeah, I mean, it's a huge underlying issue because you're creating these little people in an environment that's already hectic. There's a whole, it creates anxiety for the child. It's traumatizing for the child. Oftentimes you have mothers, single mothers who are struggling, right? So they're having to work, and, you know, you have latch kids or kids that are staying with aunts and other relatives and being exposed to different environments. It's the instability that's being created in these children. And you're expecting these children, little ones, I'm talking about when they're like 5, 6 years old, very pivotal times in their life. You're expecting them to be able to navigate this and regulate their emotions, or you have parents in the same household who is just dysfunctional. They're dysfunctional. They're yelling at their children. They're calling their children all type of names and then sending them off to school, expecting them to have a good day.
Well,
so it's a struggle.
I agree. And I think that's the biggest, one of the largest problems we have. And then when you get in an environment where who these kids are looking up to, they tend to just repeat that same behavior. It's a taught behavior. And
Absolutely.
we need our men, and I know you hear it on this show all the time. We need our men in our children's lives. And I know I sound like I'll be hard on ladies, but come on now, let's be honest. I've always,
I don't think you're being hard on ladies. I think my opinion is
no,
similar
what
to
I'm
yours.
sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. Hold on.
Yeah.
When I say I'm being hard on ladies, I am being hard on ladies, but I be hard on ladies because of this reason here. Because, but it's not being hard on ladies. It's, I tell them men need to step up. I just flat out say that. I'm not going to be hard on a lady that's raising 2 or 3 kids on her own and don't really have a man in her life to help her. I don't mean she got her mom in her life or grandmom and all that, because I keep saying that a woman is not necessarily going to be able to raise a man or raise a little boy to be a man like a man is supposed to raise a little boy to do. So that's why I always give women flack, because it's not really from a point of being disrespectful to them. It's, I understand. I was raised by a 14-year-old single mother. I know she couldn't teach me certain things. See what I'm saying? That's why I probably had a little bitter bone in my body with my father, who don't know his grandkids. It's a learned behavior, and it's a traditional. It just continues to snowball. You know, my father wasn't in my life. He's not in my children's life. I had to stop that somewhere. And I created a situation where I was going to be in my children's life. I didn't want to be like my father. We just need more men to think like that.
Right, absolutely. But we also have to, and women should be held accountable as well, because we need to be more selective in the men that we choose to lay down with and have children with. Because there are certain men who have a pattern of not taking care of their children. So you lay down with a man who already has 3 or 4 children in a single parent home, and you think that you're going to be different, right? So this child who has no choice in the matter whatsoever is now being brought into discord, just right from the gate. Yep. So we have to be more selective in the men that we choose. And oftentimes we may get sold a dream, right? So we don't know that it's going to be like this, or we see a different type of example and things just don't work out. That's, you know, there's always exceptions, but we also have to be just very mindful of who we lay down with.
I'll buy that.
Because like you said about, you know, there are men who are flexing on the show on all platforms, wanting to show up for other people's children when they don't show up for their own. Or say things like, you know what, fucking figure it out. And then, you know, you make these decisions, now you deal with them. So they've turned their back on their own children, thinking it would be good for them to take that same mindset to try to help someone else's child.
But now let me piggyback on that a little bit, Aaron. Jerica, this is great. Exactly what we need. That right there, that behavior, that man you just described, helping other kids and not doing nothing for his, that can create a bitter woman. You understand? Absolutely. That can create a bitter woman. It can make her not do certain things with, you know, see men in a certain light. We just need to be more selective. And I take responsibility as a man. I don't put the woman first. As much as I lead out with the woman conversation, I always circle back to the men. Stop having babies with women you don't love. You're going to have to deal with this lady. Do you understand what I'm saying, Jerica?
Right,
you're going to have to deal with this lady. And now what happens is when you're dealing with a bitter woman or a sucker ass man or something, now who gets who's dealing with all of it? Y'all got y'all problems. I don't mean you per se, but you know, the man and the woman had their problems, but who's falling in all that dysfunction? The child. Right. The child. And that's where the problem is. And that's why you see a lot of this
these children to grow up to be productive citizens and they've been traumatized. They've never been, they're not healed. These are unhealed children in the bodies of adults walking around. I mean, it's very dysfunctional. And in order for us, I think, to really see a change, which I don't think is going to happen. I think we're very far gone. Hopefully it does, though. You know, I'm always hopeful. In order for us to see a change, we have to start with the parents.
Right.
The parents need to be held accountable.
Right. Carolyn
Trying
Smith.
to change these kids is not going to work.
Sorry, you might want to speak on this. Carolyn Smith said, why he steady talking about he want 5 more kids. Shake my head. Right.
That part. I'm not going to touch
See, I'm
that.
trying to be serious. I'm trying to have a serious conversation, but that's true. That's a fact. He want more kids.
It is.
He want more kids. He want, you know, he want this lifestyle. He's
not going to be in the home of.
That's what I'm saying.
You already are trying to take care of 5 kids with 3 jobs, right? And I'm not saying I don't know how much the man makes, but it sounds like you're struggling just with what you're dealing with. But then you want to bring on 5 more children that you yourself can't take care of. And I mean, no shade there. You know, there are people who receive government assistance. It sounds like his children do. So a portion of the caretaking of your children financially is coming from taxpayers.
Right.
So please stop having children so that we don't have to keep assisting you with taking care of them. Right. And creating this dysfunctional children. Like that, it makes no sense whatsoever.
I agree.
But that was Carolyn's fault.
I agree. All right, Jerica, I appreciate you. I'm at the top. I got to go.
All right, take care. All right, bye-bye.
Thank you, dear. That's Jerica. Thanks for engaging with us. Yeah, I mean, it just doesn't make much sense to me. I just want to know if I can pose this question. Is anyone against the curfew? Is anyone against, I guess it's a 2-part or a 3-part question. Is anyone against the curfew for children? Because we know they're hanging out down at the banks. We know that. Is anyone against parents being responsible for their children if they have to go pick them up from curfew violation, or when they out here at the bus stop fighting? I mean, how much involvement do you think the parents should be? I mean, how much of the responsibility should these parents be faced with? I mean, accountability, I should say. I mean, how much? I mean, is it just when Iris Rowley came on here, she said something and it reminded me of something when I said, listen, I don't think we have a children problem. I think we have a parent problem. I've been saying that for 4 years. I think we have a parenting problem. You know, I don't think kids just get bad on their own. A parent has to drop the ball somewhere. A parent has to be more engaged in their child's life. But there are parents that are doing everything that they possibly can. And see, if we had programs, not so much for the kids, but more for the parents, maybe some of these programs could step in, and if we can let that guard down. Because we do live in an era now where you start telling parents something, you can't tell parents them, that's mine, them my kids. Don't talk to my kids like that. Or they don't want to be, you know, held. And I understand it's really like an ego type of thing. Some parents don't want you to discipline their kid, and I get it, because everybody out here don't have the same chill. We don't have the same chill mode. You know, it could get crazy. But I come from the era of a village. I come from Mama Birch and them. You understand? You know, Mama Birch and them was the eyes. They sat in the window sills. And it was like, if I did something out in the streets or was doing something if I was doing something at the I don't know, the laundromat, Mama Birch see it. Mama Birch know my mom. She know my mother. She might even walk me home and tell my mother what I'm doing. So, I mean, do we still have that? Do we still have that? And I think what happens is parents, I don't know if they're sensitive or they have this guard up and they don't want to accept the help or what it is. But I think trouble a little bit of accountability or trouble might become a deterrent. I could be wrong. I just think a little bit of trouble that they might be facing might be a deterrent. Think about it. I don't know. I could be wrong. Let me go to the phone lines. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
Hey, Wyatt, it's Ambra.
Hey, Amber, how you doing today?
I'm good. I'm good. I wanted to call in real quick because I wanted to share. I was in the chat talking, I guess, Anthony Prosser or something, but we were talking about like what's wrong with these kids, and I'm like, people think that it's just kids that's in the hood. It's kids in the suburbs. It's like it's something wrong with our Black culture. Like we have like pushed this death, trying to be hard, trying to be hood culture that even like he was saying he didn't grow up a privileged kid. And I'm like, no, like it's kids that like my brothers are deceased now, but they would have been like 55, 57. They was born and raised in Forest Park. They sold dope and did everything else because they wanted to like it was like something wrong with being like, I guess like a square from Forest Park. Like it's something wrong with the culture for these Black young men. Like they want to be good, bad, like I don't know what it is. And he was like, well, you need to start whooping on your kids. I'm like, even if you whoop on your kids, like it don't matter. Like I know I was very hard on my son, and my son called me a B in June, and I beat that nigga down like I ain't know him, you know, but it's still like it's something wrong with them. Like it's something wrong with them. And it's anger, it's mental health. It is a lot of programs that they need to have, and they have all these programs, but it's something wrong. Like I used to laugh when they'd be like, this music, you know, we need to kill rap music. Like something has to be done, but it ain't just whooping them. It ain't just programs. Like it needs like a whole cultural just a whole overdrive. Like if something is wrong, but it ain't just one thing. It's so many different areas that's in it. It's not just the men, it's the women too. Like I know I had kids with some people I ain't had no business laying down, but you know, everybody just sex is so like loosely done, like it's not a big deal. Then you have a kid, then you be stuck like, oh damn, now we got to deal with it. And there's somebody you don't even like, and that goes over to your kids. So it's so many different areas that, you know what I'm saying, of the dysfunction. And it's like, it all, in my opinion, it comes from Black culture. We have normalized some bullshit for too long.
Well, there's a level of truth there, because if you look at some of the things that's going on, you know, and the things our kids are around, I think that's where the influence is. Like I said, a kid could come from a really good house, household,
and still murder somebody. I know,
well,
the little boy, his name was Chad. He lived at the top of my street. I was in 8th grade. He shot and killed his best friend in his mama's house, shot him in the head, like, and they was, you know, upper middle class. Like, they skipped school, they was robbing people, and they shot him in the head. He went to jail. He was the youngest person in Ohio like they went to jail for murder. And this was in the 90s. This was in like 94, 95. But like, he out now, he did 25 years. But like, that was so like, what the heck? Like, how you shoot your best friend and kill him in your mama's house, cleaned the carpet, stole your mama Volvo and dumped them in, you know, promenade. Like, but it was so rare. But like, these kids is mental. They is shooting and killing people by shooting them in the head. Like, you have to be a sociopath to just continue to shoot people in the head. Like, they're purposely murdering people. Like, it's not an accident. Like, it's something wrong where you can shoot somebody in the head and go over your girlfriend's house and just have a hot dog or something. Like, it's something wrong with them. Like, they ain't wrapped too tight.
Well,
so that's why when you say you were scared for Irish Rolly, I bet you was, because some of these kids is not wrapped too tight.
Yeah, I was scared for her, because it's not, I mean, you know, these kids aren't like we were when we had elders that could discipline us.
No,
it's not quite the same, because and to be honest with you, some of these kids, let's just use Government Square or whatever the bus stop is down there. Some of them kids that are down there causing problems aren't even going to school.
No.
That just seems to be the place that they know all the kids are going to be their age, you know, a little bit younger than them or older than them. And can you imagine being one of them people that's helping Irish Rolly, and you engaged in one of these kids that don't really feel like they have anything to lose?
Like, I'm not getting involved. Like my sister is in education. Like literally yesterday, she told me like, hey man, I might need you to get some bond money because like this little boy was about to get expelled and my sister's an assistant principal. His mom is like, I'm gonna come up to the school tomorrow and check you. Like but that's what's wrong with the boy. Like if something wrong with the son, the mama like stop calling me about him. Y'all deal with it. And then it's like, but the mama want to be like, I'm gonna come check you. Like you can't tell that little boy nothing because his mama don't tell him nothing, and can't nobody tell her nothing. So it's like you don't even be wanting to be bothered with the whole situation because it'd be like out of the 20 bad ass terrible children, it might be one that you might can reach, and like the stress of the world ain't worth that one. Like people like, nah, I'm cool, man. I'm cool. I'm pray for him. Keep moving.
No, I feel you on that because, you know, if you're dealing with 10 kids that might be a little bit off the hook, even if you can get one to go through, okay, that you saved, you still have to somewhat be reluctant and fear that other 9 that you're going to encounter. You just never know what you're going to get. You understand what I'm saying? You never know what they're capable of doing to you. I'm not suggesting that it's a kid out of Cincinnati, but I've seen some of these kids that enter some people's homes. They bring them in for the weekend on the Big Brother program, and they end up stealing shit out of the house or going back and, you know, robbing the place and stuff like that. You just never know what you're dealing with some of these kids. So when you heard me say that I had fear, I mean, I think I had more fear for Iris Rowley in the program than I did anything else, because all of us don't have, like I said before, all of us don't have the same chill. You understand what I'm saying? Like I've seen teachers in school lose their temper and go upside the head of kids. I've seen administrators do the same thing in schools. Now we're going to take Twin downtown. I'm just saying, like, if Twin just happened to have a blackout, or if somebody say something to him that triggers him, and I don't mean to put it on Twin, I'm just saying someone like a Twin to go down and kind of deal with somebody's problems like that. We don't know what his chill is. We don't know what he's capable of, how much he can handle. We don't know. And then it becomes a bigger problem. Now it's not just a problem for the kid. Now you got a grown ass man or a grown woman that now has picked up an assault charge or some type of case. And is there a fund for them to be able to get out of jail? Is there a fund for them to get legal representation? You know what I'm saying? There's a lot that come along with that.
It teaches everybody else, nah, you ain't trying to be like him and mess up your retirement, mess up everything you got just because you was trying to help. Like, you just be like, hell nah, keep my gun. And if they get too rah-rah over here, I'm going to have to deal with somebody's child that they didn't deal with.
Right. But I think the approach first is to find out what the kid is going through at home. That's kind of like one of the, and I guess you got to have a start point somewhere with the child. But one of the things you have to find out is what the kid's needs are, because it might be a mental thing, and then you can find out quickly. It might be
the thing. Like my sister, like I said, not to cut you off, but my sister, like I said, her background is that she was an intervention specialist. My sister has been doing it for 11 years. She just got to Ohio. She said in the 11 years she's done it, she said, I have never met so many mentally unstable children. She like, they y'all want to classify it as ADHD and learning disabilities, but it's not. It's mental. And like the schools can't do nothing when you got mental illness. Like she was telling me about a little kid last week that was like, he have dreams about touching kids with autism. Like, hell no, I don't want no kids. Like first of all, and this is an 11-year-old. This ain't even no like big kid. This 11-year-old. And they like, well, he got ADHD. I got ADHD. That just means you can't focus. That's some other shit. Like that's something wrong with you. Like it's something off with these kids. Like,
yeah, but you know what? You know what, Amber? Let me say this. I've been watching some of the posts. I've been watching some of the posts of the things that's going on at the Pee Wee football game, so to speak. I'm watching some of the parents make comments like, and they're holding the other parents accountable. You see what I'm saying? I'm hearing them say things in their post like, oh, I know I ain't trying to be funny, but some of y'all just way off the hook when it come down to coming to your game, your son's game dressed crazy. And these are other mothers. See what I'm saying? And they're saying you shouldn't come down there sitting in the game smelling like weed. You shouldn't come down there dressed like you at the club or dressed like you doing some type of photo shoot or something like that. I hear a lot of really good parents holding other parents accountable. They might not be doing it in their face, but they're making
not
posts.
doing it in their face.
Right,
That's
they're
what it is,
making
but
posts. So there are.
So it's indirect. It's indirect.
Indirect, and I think,
and ain't nobody holding them parents to know, because guess what? It's too many. What the state gonna take your kids? They don't give a damn. They just want some more kids. They don't care about the damn kids. But I'm telling you, and I'm getting off because I know you gotta get on. I saw a case on Facebook maybe about a month ago that it was in Florida. It was down your way. 3 kids, 3 black boys, hair sticking all up. The youngest was 12. I'm gonna inbox you the story. They killed these 3 white or maybe Latino kids for absolutely no reason, Wyatt. The most gruesome, crazy shit that I've ever seen in my life. They didn't kill them for no money, just murderous. And they like, all right, like they killed them, shot all these kids in the head, left one of them in the car. They didn't rape them. They said they was gonna rob them over some weed, but they didn't. They just murdered these kids, these 3. The youngest killer was 12, 16, and 17 with these 3 black boys. But the white kids that they killed was 16 and 15. And a boy, I think the boy was 17, but they killed them for no reason. They admitted to doing it like, all right, like, shoot, I ain't tripping. When the mamas was in the court, the mama like, I'm sick of coming to your court case. You need to tell these people what you did if you did something, because I got to go to work. One of the other mamas was like, well, I got to turn myself in for warrants too for having cocaine. And I'm like, oh, hell no. Like, the parents was so jacked up that you're like, oh, that's why these kids is crazy. Because they mama is, you know what I'm saying? Like, they mama's not.
Amber, we gotta go back to something that Jerica was talking about, and we've had several conversations about it. And that is, we keep saying mamas. We keep talking about mamas.
The mamas is the one that's directly. I know.
No, I know.
The daddies too.
I know.
But the mother is there. If your mama is about to turn herself in for a warrant, I'm sorry. I'm not blaming the daddy. The daddy ain't got shit to do with it. Daddy might be wrong.
He might not have nothing to do with the kid, but he got something to do. He's just as guilty.
He got something to do with it. You're right. He got something to do with it. But my thing is, if the mama this jacked up, she probably didn't make a good choice with the man that she had a kid with, and he probably just as slow and crazy as she is. But like the child, like you didn't murder these white folks' kids that you ain't even got no, like, why you didn't even take nothing from them? Like, I have never seen, they shot them all in the head, Wyatt. Like, it just, I'm just like, who shoots people in the head? Like, that's just so gruesome. Like, it's just so over the top.
Well, quite honestly, I think there's a level of, I think you have to have a level of let's just
psychotic.
use it. You got to be somewhat crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it's so crazy levels. Because this is what these people is doing. Like, they're shooting people in the head. It was a guy that was the other day in Texas. He got out the car over a cell phone, shot this dude with like an AK-47 point blank in the head. Like, what's wrong with y'all that y'all shoot people in the head? But I don't know. I just try to stay away from them, because it'd be like they so like off that you don't, they walk in nutcases. Yeah, it's sad, man. It's sad. I pray for the young people, but like I said, I was looking up the stuff.
Well, here's my biggest problem with stuff like that is this: as crazy as those kids are, our normal kids tend to be in the way of it. Like, they sometimes, like the Derek Turnbows of the world, kid out of Taft High School who got shot and killed because of some drama that was going on outside of the school. Just like more likely like the kid at Withrow. I don't know for a fact, but he was a graduate.
That boy, I just was thinking about that boy, Mama. I'm telling you, I ain't never met the kid. That boy broke my heart so bad. Like,
and just like the 11-year-old in the West End whose father was on the radio today. These aren't street kids. These aren't kids that's in the streets. But what happens is when street kids and street people start shooting, everybody, that's right. Everybody can be affected. So it's
now
not
you got
fair.
The kids that see it, they traumatized. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a negative spiral. So like, we got to, instead of doing Facebook posts, like, I know most people like, they don't like me because I'm very direct. Like, ain't no gray in me. I'm just going to say what it is. But like, you have to start calling people and be like, hey man, you got to get your kids, man. You got to get them.
Yeah, well, in some worlds, that's called being lame. And don't worry about what I'm doing. You take care of yours and I'll take care of mine. We get a lot of that. And I think that's where the
But
village
then we need to
mentality.
use our taxpayers and just make another jail and lock them and their mamas and daddies up in. Lock them all up.
Well,
You can't parent your kids, you get locked up too.
well, I tell you what, you know, when people ask what's the solution, I think just like when you birth a child, you know, it starts at home. I think we got to push it back to the house. I don't know how
Yep.
well these programs are going to do, because we've been talking programs for 30 and 40 years. We've been talking programs, and I think conditions have gotten worse. I think they probably could be worse. I'm not saying that these programs haven't saved anybody, but I think that the programs sometimes have good faith, you know, they're in good faith, but I think they're pointing in the wrong direction. Like I tell people all the time, I say, well, you know, I'm not all about picking easy targets. And I think if you really want to solve a problem, you go to the borehead of the problem. You go to the root of the problem. And sometimes you got to go knock on the mama door. I say the mama because that's where the kid live. And sometimes the guys, we got to stick together, man, and we got to hold our brothers accountable. Like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? I know you don't kick it with Tiffany. I got a person on here named Tiffany that I'm cool with. And I don't, she know what it is. But you got to go knock on the door and be like, hey, you know, bro, like, you know, little Randy been running around here reckless and shit, bro. You might want to check on your son. And you see what I'm saying? And we just got to, as brothers, as men, we got to step in sometimes and hold our other brothers accountable. Because here's what I don't like doing. And I know it, I've said this several times. We got to just stop holding ladies accountable for what they sons and they daughters out here doing. It take a man. Look, I'm a father of 2 daughters, and I'm hard on men that don't raise their sons. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't really realize how important a man was to a daughter's life until I became a father to daughters. Because the man that's in front of their daughters is usually the type of man that they're going to end up with. So it's important that a young girl sees the reflection of a good man and what a man is supposed to be. So that's what she will go out and try to select. You see what I'm saying? And I think women should have more choices. They should have better choices in the men. I just don't think we producing, and men gonna get mad at me for saying this.
We ain't producing enough good guys, because
no,
I mean, that's just,
we're not producing a lot of good guys. But what happens is this: when you don't produce a bunch of good guys, that sets up a pattern for a bunch of girls to try to be bad so they can get a bad guy, because bad guys don't want good girls. You see what I'm saying? So now these girls got to get out here and be as hard and be as detrimental to what they doing, and they got to be as down as the dysfunction and all that old shit. So the bad guys will actually want them. They want the girl that you can see the stomach hanging, you know, you can see the skin on her. That's the girls these guys want. So when you produce bad guys and the girls are attracted to the bad guys, they become bad too. See what I'm saying? Emmanuel Livingston, are you coming on today, brother? He said, pardon me, guy. He said, there are plenty of good guys. The women just don't want them. I agree. Y'all know that. Y'all know that to be true. I won't go as far as to say there's plenty of good guys, but I'm just saying there are good guys out here. But what happened? He said 3:30, y'all. So I'm going to be done at 3:15. But the truth of the matter is, there's a lot of girls that don't want the good guy. They don't want Mr. Goodbar. And then when they end up getting in trouble with the bad guy, I didn't see girls take cases for dudes because the guy's in the car with the girl and he can't take another case. He can't take another case from the police. So she didn't call the pill case for him. The pills in the middle of the console, the weed and the pills and all that shit in the middle of the console. And she take the charge for him. I can't imagine raising a daughter that can be influenced and manipulated like that. I've seen it plenty of times.
It's sad. Like I said, it's real sad, but I hate it. But I'm telling you, you could be like surprised about stuff. Like somebody had said something about what's the barber that killed his girlfriend because he was cheating. Like I said, that was 20 years ago, and that was very rare. It made the news.
You're talking about the Tony Ringer case.
Or Tony Ringer, yeah. But like the whole thing was like, it was so wild and rare that it shocked everybody. But now it's so many shootings and stuff that happen. They don't even tell us about it because it's too many.
I know.
It just, you just be like, we can't even keep up. The news couldn't keep up. They had to be on all night.
Yeah, well, a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people, they think they hear all the news that happened the night before.
They
and
can't
really
tell
don't.
us that. Wouldn't nobody come outside? Blink would have been blinked off.
Right.
Nobody came out there if they knew all
Yeah.
the foolishness. But the what is it? The voice of Black Cincinnati. I said, if they put on here one more time, somebody got shot. They keep people informed. But it's sad because you like, I mean, how many killings are we gonna have?
Well, I heard today that murders are down. Or excuse me, murders are up, but crime is down.
Yeah. Now how that don't? Now you know that don't even make no sense.
Well, in a sense, it does. It all depends on how they categorize the crime.
Yeah,
See what
but
I'm
how
saying?
you
Because
categorizing it, if the murders
certain
are up,
crime don't count. I know that sounds ridiculous, but certain crime, I don't know if they're talking about felonies are down or misdemeanors are down or collectively. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know, but it doesn't make sense. Well, yes, it does. Let's just say, for instance, you have a crime based. Say there's 40,000 misdemeanor and felony cases going on right now, and that's 5,000 less at this point last year. You can honestly say that crime is down. But let's say you had 32 murders last year, but you're on pace to have 36 murders. You could say that the murder rate is higher than it was last year. It makes sense if you break the numbers down.
It's just how you read the statistics.
Right, right.
But I'm saying they want to blame it on guns. They want to blame it on everything. And I said, no, it's these crazy fools, this crazy music they listen to, the weed they smoking. It's a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
Like,
I agree.
It's so much. It's so much. And they're like, we got to start at home. Yeah, you got to start somewhere, but it's so many areas that you have to attack. And what we all know is ain't nobody knocking down no doors to be no social worker. They don't pay no money. It's a high stress job. Well, I wouldn't do it. Like, you couldn't pay me $500,000 a year to be dealing with these like that's a headache.
That's true. But now let me just take up for the social workers right here one time. You're right. You're right. It doesn't pay any money. But most social workers don't get in the business for the money. Most of them have that type of heart that they're just basically they're people. I think that's what it used to be. Now that life is so expensive, ain't nobody doing nothing without money, keeping that in the back of their mind. Like, you said like teachers. Teachers used to teach because they had a heart to help and educate. But then that's when the teachers had a husband that had a good job and they was off with their own kids for the summer. Well, now you got teachers. I see what you're saying.
Holding households down.
I hear what you're saying, but also teachers may have a different focus on not wanting to teach anymore because of what they have to deal with at the school. Not so if it wasn't so hard to discipline some kids, or I mean, you've seen some of these videos of kids going to school and they treat their teacher worse than they treat somebody out on the street. And I think what happens is teachers are getting fed up with that. And that's why there's a shortage of teachers. It's just like police officers. There's a shortage of any type of authoritarian figure because our kids today are not really appreciating. They don't respect authoritarian figures.
They don't respect authority.
Right. And I mean,
so that's go back to what the dude was saying, like, well, you got to establish that before the kids is older. These kids, they don't respect authority. Now, I know I check kids, like some kids, like if I go to my high school, my local high school football game, if I'm walking past and some kids is cussing, hey, quit talking like that. I'm an adult. And they be like, I'm sorry. But like, I wouldn't do that in the city. Like, nah, I'm in the suburbs. Them kids, somebody talking something. But I'm not going to Walnut Hills and Hughes telling them kids nothing. I'm letting them have whatever they going to do because I ain't even going to your game.
Well, there was a situation where we seen 3 kids jump a 70-year-old man because he didn't want them they didn't want, he said something about they were littering in his yard or something, and they were getting off the school bus or something of that nature. And you're talking about a 70-year-old man. And these kids don't
Cincinnati?
Yeah, it was in Cincinnati. It was about a month or 2 ago. But you got to understand, these kids have total disregard of what the possibilities of punishment could be for doing something like that. Because if that 70-year-old man was to fall and hit his head on the ground when they jumped him
and die because of some foolishness.
Right. I mean, and it don't take much falling for a 70-year-old to really do some damage to himself. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And if you knock your head on the ground at 70 years old or hit up against the car or they stump him, they hit him with a garbage can or threw something at him like a garbage can or something, that could have killed him. And now you got 3 kids that we would have had a whole total different conversation about them. Those are the type of kids that I say that I'm scared of for the people, the grown-ups that go down there. That's the thing I was talking about with Iris Rowley. I was afraid for her. Y'all didn't heard her call here. We ain't got no beef and none of that. I'm just trying to tell you that I was afraid for it was a tire. Thank you, Carolyn Smith, which could kill you. I was afraid. I'm afraid for what can happen when you don't have properly trained people or somebody that might not have the same chill as somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the problem. And then what happens is we want the police to step out of the way. There should be a program where these people are being, vetted and going through certain processes before they just go down there talking to these kids. That's the only point that I was trying to make. You understand what I'm saying? Because like I've had my dealings that I should have never stepped to some kids at the mall. I didn't seen a man 30 years old get out of a car in the parking lot at the mall, smoke-filled car. And he had a little girl in there, no more than 5 or 6 years old, and he got out smelling like weed. His pants was hanging off his ass. He grabbed that little girl and walked in the mall. And I said something to him like, "Bro, we got to." And I'm dead ass wrong in society today.
Yeah.
But they would have never let that type of stuff happen in my era. And when I said what I said, he looked at me like, "Bro, you say one more motherfucking word to me, and we going." And I ain't got that in me. I'm not fighting for that. I'll fight for mine. But I got it as a man, right? As a man,
it don't even matter because the lesson you trying to teach him, it doesn't matter because he gonna be cussing and he gonna act a fool. His baby,
right? And he about to make it bigger than what it really is. He about to make it way bigger than it really is and what it should be. And he's not gonna get the message. It's not meant for him. But at that same time, Amber, I seen a young man that was in the Foot Locker at the Kenwood Mall. Same situation. He didn't have the smoke thing going on, but I was in the mall and he's cussing out his baby mama on the phone with his little shorty, his little boy standing right there. And he's, "Bitch, I told you what size he need. Damn, I'm getting them all. What the fuck?" He's cussing her out and calling her the B and all that. And that right there, this was the first. Since I got away with this one, that's why I approached the dude in the parking lot. I got away with one because I was like, as an OG, I'm like, I told the little brother when he got off the phone, I said, "Little bro," I said, "Man, your son right there." And he looked at me like he was shocked that somebody said something. And he was like, he didn't say nothing. He was like, "Oh man," I could see when he dropped his head, I said, "I got one." See what I'm saying? Because he felt it.
He felt somebody.
Right. He knew that wasn't. He knew he was wrong.
You weren't supposed to do that in front of your kids.
Right. So I had to let him know, like, "Bro, look, man, whatever you going through with her, go through it with her. Don't drag him in that because everything that little boy just heard you call her, don't be surprised if he start calling her that one day. Don't be surprised if you hear him calling girls that one day. Because he's looking at you, little bro. He's following you. He's looking at you. He look up to you. You are his hero." See what I'm saying? And the little brother he had so much, he was graceful. He was just like, "You right, OG. That's my fault. I need to check myself on that."
Yeah, no self-control. But like I said, like it be so many, like it's a dude, is it Tyrant? He got something like a black male initiative or something like, and he, they trying little stuff, but like the few people that go through these programs, they usually got some sense that told about the program, but the kids who completely need it, they ain't going to these programs. Like they just not. I don't know how old you got to be to get these kids, but it's really sad. But they so gone. They so gone, man.
Yeah, I think it's one of them preaching to the choir program. Most people in the church only need to hear the word, and it may not always be for them. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The people that really need to be sitting in the church are out on the streets, on the corners, doing what they're doing. See what I'm saying? So it's one of them effects. But all right, Jerica, I'm sorry, Amber, I gotta go. Right. I'm at the top of. I'm way past my time.
All right, have a good one.
Appreciate you.
All right, bye.
Thanks for engaging. That was Amber. I was reading some of the comments. Y'all got to understand, I'm out of drink, so my throat, I'm getting a little parched. But hey, listen. Let's just start having the right conversations. Look, it's cool to have programs. It's cool to have programs for these situations, like gun violence. But correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that what we always hear? Isn't it always programs? And then you get your politicians or your city leaders or whoever it is. And the first thing they talk about is these programs. And what we're going to do is we're going to do this study. And that, I mean, how many? And there's nothing wrong with programs. I just think, I'm a firm believer that I think that certain programs need to be pointed in certain directions. I think we need to knock on some of the parents' doors. That's a hard target. The easy target is the kid. Because I'm going to be honest with you and tell you this, and it's just my opinion. I think the kid is the easy target as long as you come with the gifts. But as soon as you run out of a gift, let's see if you still have that kid's attention. You understand what I'm saying? Like the Boys and Girls Club was one of them situations where we were all cool as long as they had snacks going on, as long as you could play bumper pool, as long as you had everything that you wanted to do. It was a place for you to be. You could just, and they would snatch those privileges from you if you act a fool. But as soon as they snatched those privileges away, then you would just go off to be the crazy person that you were. I seen it. A lot of my partners from the Boys and Girls Club didn't make it out here. A lot of them hit the penitentiary. Because once that discipline in their life was gone, the Boys and Girls Club kept us kind of somewhat disciplined. And once that discipline was taken away, you know, like you lost the privilege of being disciplined, so to speak. Once that happens, now you got guys out here just being wolves. You understand? And if they see a sheep, they're going to take advantage of that sheep. I just think we need to do better in that area. I ain't got no problems with whatever work people put in. I ain't got no problems with that. However, you're not going to pump fake me like you really bout it, or you really doing something. Because the way I judge a person, I know y'all going to say, well, who are you to judge? I think we all judge people. If you're not a judger, then you're not doing your due diligence as a human being, because you have to look at somebody and judge if you want to be around them, want to be part of what they're doing. Yeah, that's judgmental. Judgmental is a normal behavior. All right. I don't know what you think, but I think it is. I judge people off the company that they keep. You might not be a killer, but if you hang around killers, damn it, you got killer in you. If you hang around drug dealers, eventually you're going to sell drugs. If you hang around studious people that's about them books, chances are you're going to try to keep up with what they doing and try to get on that A honor roll, B honor roll, get good attendance at school, whatever. You are a product of your environment. Whatever you choose to be around, you're a reflection of it. So, on that note, let me just say this to you. For the Mr. Good Bars, you know, the guys that you think are all great, all you have to do is pay attention to the company that they keep. You pay attention to the company they keep, that tells you where they at and what they doing, and you'll have your own answer right there. That's my time. Peace and love. I'll see you guys tomorrow, same place, same time, right here on Wyatt Live at 1 o'clock. See you tomorrow.
That right, too. My been hustling, trying to make him something. Ain't no telling what he'll do for the paper. Ain't no telling. Souffle, I'm straight, I stay. My plate, shot day. I'm a smooth operator. I drop top of my wheel, baby. That car driving make you feel some type of way. I know you do. That custom brightly make you feel some type of way. This bitch on we got me feeling some type of way. Easy cause my homies rich, you feel some type of way. Some type of way, make you feel some type of way. Her she wanna me, know you feel some type of way. Mr. CEO, it's what my title say. Me and my homies DJ Ho, he feel some type of way. Okay, now let be real, I know you feel some type of way. I know you do. When I get the bite on her ear, she make that Tyson face. Don't look like that. I drop down to my knee, thankful for life today. No naps and slum sleep. Hibernate. I can tell if he 12 right away. Go through hell cause I care, move you far away. type of way. I got home, like golf tryna make what Tiger made. I gotta hide away, and I go there sometimes to give my mind a break. I find a way to still get through the struggle, what I'm trying to say. And I ain't lying today when I tell you that I love my been hustling, trying to make him something. Ain't no telling he'll do for the paper. Souffle, I'm straight, I stay, my plate, shot day, I'm a smooth operator. I drop top of my wheel, that car driving make you feel some type of way. That custom brightly make you feel some type of way. This bitch on we got me feeling some type of way. Is it cause my homies rich you feel some type of way? Some type of way, make you feel some type of way. Hurt you wanna me, know you feel some type of way. Mr. CEO, it's what my title say. Me and my homies DJ Ho, he feel some type of way. She got a Georgia peach with her real end like a license plate. No rookie girl, got cookie, got me high today. I probably made more money in 6 months than what's in your papa say. Look like I robbed the bank. I said it all like Queen Latifah, cause I'm living single. I'm feeling cautious, I ain't scream when they serve a subpoena. I heard he a leader, come follow my tribe today. I f***ed him, now he heated, he feel some type of way. Don't know how to say, I ain't the hardest man working. Attention we pay, it's always a man lurking. No man perfect, but God, my head, I nod. Rick, homie, all my niggas been hustling, trying to make him something. Ain't no telling he'll do for the paper. Souffle, I'm straight, I stay, my plate, shot day, I'm a smooth operator. I drop top of my wheel, that car driving make you feel some type of way. That custom brightly make you feel some type of way. This bitch on we got me feeling some type of way. Is it cause my homies rich you feel some type of way? Some type of way, make you feel some type of way. Hurt you wanna me, know you feel some type of way. Mr. CEO, it's what my title say. Me and my homies DJ Ho, he feel some type of way.